Hey guys, how are you doing? Thank you so much to everyone for joining me on this live stream today. I'm excited to talk to you guys. I think any of you who have watched more than one of my videos know that I am excited about being a signing agent, and I'm excited about sharing information, the basics, to help people get started with their signing agent businesses. So I'm going to assume that most of y'all know who I am if you're here today, but just in case you're not, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Kendra Lewis, and I am a signing agent in San Antonio, Texas. And I've been a full-time signing agent, guys, since 2007. So what do I mean by full-time signing agent? This has been my only job. This is all I've been doing for the past 15 years now, is being a notary loan signing agent. And over those 15 years, guys, I have done a lot of different things. I've done some things right. I've done a lot of things wrong, and I have learned from those mistakes that I've made. And I enjoy helping out people who are interested in becoming signing agents and basically helping them to learn from the mistakes that I made so that they don't make those same mistakes as well. So, in this video, as you guys saw from the title, I'm going to be talking about how to become a signing agent, and I'm kind of updating it for 2022. So I've kind of done a video like this every single year since I've started my Signing Agent Basics YouTube channel. And I just kind of like to refresh it every year because I know there's always new people who are interested in what signing agents do and how to become a signing agent. So this is that video for this year. So guys, look, thank you all for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here today. If you would, please do me a favor, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then hit the notification bell. You guys know I put out videos, I put out shorts, I do live streams all the time. So when you subscribe and when you hit that notification bell, you're going to be notified every time I come out with some new content, and you don't want to miss it. I do a lot of educational content, and then you guys know I also got a funny side. So I do some funny videos as well. They get more funny the longer you've been a signing agent and you understand what I'm talking about. But a lot of content, guys, I put out every single month. So you don't want to miss it. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then hit the notification bell. So guys, again, thank you so much for joining me. And you know, I'm always very, very curious as to where you guys are joining me from. So do me a favor, down in the chat, tell me what city and state you're in. It still boggles my mind that there's people all over the country who tune in and watch these videos. So let me know what city and state you're in. And then let me know if you are an aspiring signing agent, meaning that you haven't done any loan signings yet. You're just kind of checking this whole thing out. If you are a new signing agent, so you've been a signing agent for a year or less, or if you are a veteran signing agent, meaning that you have been a signing agent for more than a year. And let's see what we've got. We've got Michelle from Georgia hanging out with us today. Hi, Michelle. We've got Stephanie from Alabama. Excited to see you today. We've got somebody watching from Facebook, also from San Antonio. They're in the house. Excited to see you here. We've got folks from Lytle, Texas. We've got folks from ATL in Philly, folks from Fresno, Austin, Modesto, Dallas. Oh my gosh, we've got Arlington here in the house. There are all kinds of folks with us. And then we've got some newbies in here. We've got some aspiring signing agents in here. Passion is in here from Colleen. That's where I actually grew up at, and also in San Antonio. Are you stalking me? Nah, it's all good. I'm teasing you. But guys, keep telling me where you are from. I am excited to see each and every one of you. And even guys, if you are watching this on the replay, because yes, That question is always asked, will there be a replay? Of course, there's going to be a replay. It's going to be available on YouTube pretty much as soon as this live stream is over. So even if you are watching this on the replay, go down into the comments. Again, tell me where you're watching from and whether you are an aspiring signing agent, a new signing agent, or a veteran signing agent. Now, the next thing I want to let you guys know is I am going to have a Q&A session at the end of my kind of presentation, the things I want to talk about. So I probably won't address very many questions until the end, because here's the thing, and people who are in my training program know I get distracted easily. So when you guys ask questions, it distracts me and I'll go off on a tangent and then I'll lose my original train of thought. So I want to make sure that I go through all of the information about how to become a signing agent first. Then at the end, I will be able to answer your questions. So hang on to those questions until the end. If you ask them during the presentation, they're going to kind of get lost and I won't see them. And I want to make sure that I answer as many of you guys' questions as possible. And please, guys, do me a favor, try to stay on task. Try to keep your questions about how to become a signing agent. And if for some reason I miss your question and I don't answer your question during the live stream, I am going to go back over the next few days, check out any questions that I may have missed. I will respond to those questions. And also, guys, if you are watching on the replay, put your questions in the comment section and I will reply back to those as soon as possible. And another thing, I always want to warn people. So, being a signing agent is running your own business. And that basically means that sometimes there's not one way to do things. There could be several different ways to do things. So, obviously, guys, in my videos, I'm going to tell you the way I do things. I'm going to give you my opinion on how to do things after being a signing agent for 15 years. And some people may not agree with my opinion, and that's okay. I don't know if you guys have heard the saying, but opinions are like rear ends. Everybody has one and they usually stink. So I got my opinion. Other folks have their opinions. And I think it's helpful for people to hear others' opinions. But there's not necessarily a right or a wrong in a lot of different things. And at the end of the day, the market is going to determine if what you are doing is reasonable or not. So if you have an opinion that something should be done a particular way and you're getting tons of business and you're getting paid a lot of money, hey, I'm going to say your opinion's probably right. But if you have an opinion and nobody is hiring you as a signing agent and you're not making any money, might need to reevaluate that opinion. But bottom line, guys, don't get upset if my opinion differs from yours. All right. So I told you guys I was going to help you out, give you some information to help you become a signing agent. So in the description box for this video, you are going to see a link for a free new signing agent checklist where, guys, I have basically broken it down step by step, everything that you will need to do to get set up and started as a signing agent. So you can literally just check every step off as you get it done. And in this video, guys, I'm going to be talking about a lot of different websites and some of my other YouTube videos and a lot of other information. And I know folks are going to go, oh, where's that website out? How do I get there? All of that information is also in the checklist. When you download it, it's going to be a PDF file. And when you open that PDF file in Adobe or whatever PDF software you use, you are going to be able to click on links in that checklist. So much of the stuff in there that's underlined are actual web links that you can click on to go to directly whatever it was that I am talking about in that checklist. And I think there were a few links that were not included on the checklist, but again, those extra couple of links are also in the description box to this video. So if you're watching this on YouTube, the description box is underneath the video and underneath the title of the video. So if you are on your computer, go into that description box and download your checklist. And when you click on the link for the checklist, you will be prompted to provide your first name and your email address. Click a subscribe button. And when you do that, you will see the link to click to download your checklist. All right. All that pre stuff is out of the way. So now we are going to get to the meat of this video on how to become a signing agent. And again, guys, you know, I always like to start with the basics. So for the new people who may have just kind of heard about this and aren't really sure, some people may be asking first, what in the heck is a notary loan signing agent? Well, a notary loan signing agent is a mobile notary public who has additional loan or mortgage document training. They are independent contractors who are hired to get documents signed and returned to the contracting company properly. All right. So, now another thing that confuses new people a lot of times is that signing agents can be called a bunch of different things. You may hear the term notary loan signing agent, or you may hear loan signing agent, or you may hear certified signing agent, or you may just hear signing agent. Look, don't let all of those different titles or terms confuse you. It's all the same thing. It just depends on the individual and what they want to call a signing agent, but it's all the same. All right. So then the other big question that people who are interested in being a signing agent always have is how much do signing agents get paid? And I understand because this is kind of a strange position that most people haven't heard of. It's actually really interesting when I actually go and do signings. I have a lot of people, a lot of the signers ask me, how much money do I make? And I'm like, well, that's kind of rude, but I get it. They're curious. They want to know, how much does this position or this business opportunity pay? So, again, for those of you who are new to the signing agent business, signing agents get paid per completed assignment. So, how much can you get paid per assignment? Well, that depends on a lot of different factors. What type of assignment is it? Are you just getting one or two documents signed, or are you getting a full loan package signed that's 150 pages? How far are you having to drive? And most importantly, how good are you at negotiating payment? But in general, signing agents can get paid anywhere from $30 to $250 or more per assignment. And most assignments can be completed in an hour or less. So already I see the wheels are turning for some of y'all. Yes, you can complete multiple assignments per day. And that means that you can make hundreds of dollars per day. I have a video talking about, yes, it is very possible to make six figures, $100,000 or more as a signing agent. But let me tell you guys this point, because here is where a lot of people kind of get confused a little bit or kind of don't understand. This is a business. Just because you are a signing agent does not mean, and it is no guarantee, that you are going to make a particular amount of money. How much money you make is totally dependent upon you. This is a business, not a job. So, how good are you going to work to get at your business? How hard are you going to work to get good at your business? How much effort are you going to put into getting direct business clients and getting higher paying clients? How much money you make is totally up to you. So, literally, you and your friend can both decide to become signing agents in the same city at the exact same time. One of you can end up making $100,000 a year in their first year, and the other person could end up making nothing. And the difference is really going to be how each individual person decides to run their business and how much effort they are going to put into making their business successful. So keep that in mind. You know yourself better than I know you. Keep that in mind as you decide whether or not you want to be a signing agent. And guys, I see a few questions, but again, please do me a favor, hold your questions until the end. I want to make sure that I address them. And if you ask them now, they're going to get lost in the comment thread. So ask your questions again when we get to the Q&A session. Okay, so now The next step, once you've decided, yes, I'm going to do it, I have what it takes, I want to be a signing agent. The next thing you have to do is determine the rules for being a signing agent in your state. And in the majority of states, it's pretty easy. The basic thing that you have to have or do is simply be a notary public. But there are a few states that have a few little different rules. And the two biggest things that you may see in the state that you are in, the first thing is you may have to get what's called a title insurance producer's license. And that's just basically some additional training and additional licensing that you will have to get in order to become a signing agent. So, if you are in one of those states, just know that you're going to have to pass a little test. You're going to have to pay a little bit of money to get this license. Just be aware of that extra step. But trust me, there are tons of people in states where you have to have a title insurance producer's license who are successful signing agents. The other big rule that you may run into is that your state may be what's called an attorney state. And what that means is that an attorney has to be involved in the transaction. Now, that does not mean that the attorney has to do the signing. Signing agents are still used a lot of the time in attorney states. It just means that an attorney has to be involved in the transaction. So basically, people who are in attorney states, really it benefits you to market to attorneys for their business. But again, guys, those are the two biggest things that you will see. And I just didn't want you to freak out if you saw those rules in your particular state. And there is a very helpful article from the National Notary Association that lists those signing agent restrictions in every state. You guys know I got a link to that article for you down in the description box. So make sure that you check it out. Okay, so then the next step, once you've checked out the state restrictions and you're like, yep, I'm still going to do this. The next step is to become a notary public. Now, the rules on becoming a notary public, again, is going to be different in every state. Some states have a class, some states have a test, some states have both, some states have neither, and some states probably do something else. So you're going to want to check the information for your state. It'll either be your state's Secretary of State's office or Department of State's office. Those are the two governmental entities that are normally in charge of notaries public. You can also check out the National Notary Association website. They have information for every state on how to become a notary public. You can check out the American Association of Notaries. Again, they have information for every state on how to become a notary public. And you can also Google it. My mom has a phrase that she likes to use, GTS. Google that stuff. You can also Google it. If you just Google how to become a notary public in the state of whatever, then the information on how to become a notary public in your state will pop up. So I'm in the state of Texas, and to just give you guys an example of some of the requirements that you may have to meet to be a notary public in your state, I'm going to go over what the requirements are to be a notary public in the state of Texas. So in the state of Texas, to be a notary public, you have to be 18 years or older. You have to be a permanent resident of the United States and the state of Texas. You cannot have been convicted of a felony or a crime involving moral turpitude. You have to submit an application and pay the state fees of $21. You have to obtain a $10,000 bond, which costs about $50. And then you have to execute the statement of officer. Honestly, guys, it's really easy to become a notary public in the state of Texas. You basically just apply, pay your money, and you become a notary. Again, other states have a little more hoops that you have to jump through, but obviously, guys, you can absolutely do it. So then once you become a notary public, you are going to need to purchase notary supplies, namely your notary stamp and your notary journal. Now, you can actually purchase whole packages that include becoming a notary public and your bond and your notary supplies. The National Notary Association has packages, and the American Association of Notaries has packages. And people always ask me, Kendra, what do you use? I personally use the American Association of Notaries. I found them just to be a little less expensive than the National Notary Association. But guys, you can use either one of those, or you can use anybody else that is authorized to do notary packages for your state. So then to become a signing agent, you're also going to need to purchase some other supplies. You're going to need a computer. I think most people have a computer, and more than likely, whatever computer you already have will work just fine. You will need a laser printer, not an inkjet printer, but a laser printer. And I've got a video all about laser printers. There's a link to it in that checklist. Check it out. It'll also be very helpful to have a scanner. Again, I've got a video about scanners in that checklist. Check it out. You're going to need letter and legal size paper. You're going to need some blue and black ink pens. You're going to need some other office supplies. You're also going to need reliable transportation. Now, does that mean you need to actually have a car? I don't know. It depends on where you live, but you need reliable transportation. I know there are signing agents in places like New York City where everybody takes public transportation or mass transit. Is it reliable? Then you're good. So, but if you live in a city like San Antonio, where we don't really have anything that's all that great, then you probably are going to need your own vehicle. But whatever it is, you need reliable transportation. You're also going to need a cell phone. Again, I think everybody has one of those. And again, guys, check out the checklist. I've got videos to cover just about all of these subjects to help you out. All right. So now, guys, there is no legal formal training required to become a signing agent. Technically, all you need to be a signing agent is to be a notary public. However, many companies will want you to pass the National Notary Association Signing Agent Certification Exam and background screening. Again, do you have to? No. But many companies will require you to have it in order for them to send you business. So when you go to the NNA website, you're going to see 3 different choices on becoming a signing agent and getting those 2 things. Now, all you need is the least expensive NSA background screening only package. Now, I hate that they call it that because it makes it sound like all you get is your background screening. But no, with that least expensive package, you get both the background screening and the signing agent certification exam. The other 2 levels are more expensive and they offer additional items from the NNA. So it will be up to you to look through those items and decide which level is right for you. However, you only need the least expensive NSA background screening only package. Here in the state of Texas, that package is currently about $70, but the price does vary from state to state depending on how much background screening costs in your state. So like I believe in New York, it's like $125 maybe. So that price is going to be different depending on your state. But again, you only need the least expensive NSA background screening only package. However, again, even though no formal training is required, guys, I highly, highly, highly recommend that if this is something that you are trying to do as a business, you're trying to do this seriously and correctly, I highly recommend that you get training. There is a lot of different ways that you can mess up getting loan packages signed. And you have to remember, especially when you're doing mortgage signings or honestly doing any document signing, the person that you are doing the signing for is counting on you to get it done right and to get it done right the first time. So, for example, if you make a mistake on a purchase transaction on a Friday morning, that person may have been planning on moving into their new home that afternoon. But if a mistake is made and it can't be re-signed until the next business day, which is Monday, that person can't get into their house over the weekend. And you know the drill, they're planning on moving, so they may not even have somewhere to stay that night. Or interest rates could change, their rate lock could change, and it could cost them hundreds or thousands of dollars to relock in their rate. There's tons of ways, guys, that you can mess up, and those mess ups will affect your client. So I highly suggest to anyone who's looking at becoming a signing agent, please get signing agent training. And I personally offer a signing agent advanced training program for as low as $199, and you do get 6 months interest free to pay it off. And in that program, guys, I give you over 13 hours of video instruction. I give you sample documents. I give you mock training videos so you can see exactly what goes on in a signing. I teach you what some of the most common errors are so that you don't make those errors, so that you can get signings done right the first time. So there's information in the checklist if you are interested in getting training from me. But I also tell people as well, get training, even if it's not from me. Please get training from someone who is reputable. Any reputable trainer, guys, is going to have information available for you to look at, YouTube videos available for you to look at. Check them out, see if that trainer and their training resonates with you, and then invest in yourself and invest in your business by getting good training. All right. So then, the next thing you're going to want to do is set up your business. Because again, this is a business, guys. So the first thing I tell people when it comes to setting up your business is to talk to a tax professional to decide if you should set up a DBA, that just means doing business as, or sole proprietorship, or if you should set up an LLC. You need to talk to a tax professional, guys. You need to talk to someone who is knowledgeable about your tax and your income situation. Your cousin Ray Ray, who just became a tax preparer 2 months ago, does not have the knowledge and the skills necessary to help you make that decision. No matter how helpful they are, random people on social media and on Facebook cannot tell you what is best for you as far as what business structure you need to set up. So please talk to a tax professional. And then, regardless of which business structure you decide to set up, then you will need to get what's called an employer identification number. It's quick, it's free from the IRS, and it basically protects you so you don't have to give out your social security number. You're then going to want to open up a business bank account using that employer ID number. And then another big tip that I learned the hard way that I love reminding people about is that you will want to keep your business accounts and your personal accounts, your business money and your personal money separate. It will keep you out of trouble with the IRS. But again, talk to your tax professional. They can give you more information about that. So then, once you've done all those things, the next thing you're going to want to do is obviously start getting some signing agent business. There's several different ways to do that. You can sign up on what are called notary databases. Now, notary databases are just places for you to pretty much put your resume out there. So people who are searching for a notary public or a signing agent, they can search through these databases and hopefully find you to send you business. And examples of a notary database is Notary Cafe, Notary Rotary, and American Notary USA. All three of those companies, guys, are reputable. They all have free levels, so you don't have to pay to be a member on any of those databases, but they do also have upgraded paid memberships if you like. Then you can sign up with signing companies. Now, signing companies are middlemen between you and the title companies and lenders who need signing agents. So you can sign up with signing companies for them to send you business. And probably the most popular signing platform out there that has a ton of different signing companies on it is snapdocs.com. And then also in my checklist, there is the link to the premium signing service list. So You can spend hours on Google, Googling, trying to find other signing services to sign up with, or you can just grab this premium signing service list. They've already done the legwork for you, and they've given you over 100 different signing companies that you can sign up with. And then last on the list is to actually go out and get your own direct business. Now, direct business is a little bit more difficult to get. You have to put a little more effort into it, but it pays off because you end up making more money. Everybody wants to make more money, I think. So that is also one of the things that I teach in my signing agent advanced training program is how to get higher paying direct business. So again, guys, if you have not already done so, make sure that you download that free signing agent checklist. Everything that I just went over in this video and even more is in that checklist, step by step, everything that you need to do to get started as a new signing agent. I got it all out. So now, guys, I am going to open things up for some Q&A, question and answer time. If you have questions about any of the things that I just talked about in this video, as far as how to become a signing agent, or even if you just have some general questions, again, you might be an aspiring signing agent and you're like, okay, this all sounds great, but I still have questions. Now is going to be the time to ask those questions. And I did see some folks asking some questions. So I'm going to try to scroll up as well and see if I can catch those questions that were asked during the video. But hopefully, you guys are also typing in your question. So let me also close that and let's see. There was a question here. Hi. Hi. Looking into a new business to get into. Currently you do t-shirts and apparel. Is this for you? I don't know. Is this for you? Is mortgage and real estate something that you're interested in? Is being a notary public something that you are interested in? Are you okay with going out and meeting with people in their homes face to face? That's probably a lot of people's concern right now is, hey, part of your job is going out to meet with people face to face, oftentimes in their homes. Are you okay with driving a lot? Are you available during the day? Because a lot of people think that most signings happen in the evenings and weekends. And while there are plenty of signings that happen during that time, a lot of signings also happen during business hours. So I don't know if this is for you. I obviously think it's a fabulous self-employment business opportunity for a lot of people. But whether or not this is right for you, nobody can answer that but you. Awesome. All right. Let's see what else we've got. Let's see. Okay. Can we use our name for a business name and an EIN? Yes. So your business name can actually just be your name. I know a lot of people think that they have to come up with some sort of fabulous, fancy, catchy business name, but you don't. I actually have a business name because I thought the same thing as everybody else. I had a business name when I started off as a signing agent. And honestly, after a couple of years, I actually found it easier to just go by my name for my business and to use my name for my business. So it's totally up to you. If you want to have a catchy business name, go for it. If you want to just use your personal name, go for it. But yes, you can use your actual name as your business name and get an EIN using that name. Okay. So then let's see. Mark had a great question. Do I recommend starting with signing companies who are middlemen first and then moving on to direct clients after becoming proficient? So again, this is one of those things, and I know people are like, oh, just give us a straight answer. Here's the thing. It's up to you. It is totally up to you. I'm kind of I don't want to say aggressive, but I'm that type of person. I'm gung ho. I'm all in. And I honestly did not know when I first became a signing agent. I didn't even know that direct business was even a thing. I worked with signing companies because I didn't know I could go directly to title companies myself. It took me years to figure that out. If I had known it sooner, I would have done it sooner. So it's totally up to you. If you feel more comfortable doing some signings for signing services first, go for it. But I tell people, what do you have to lose? Start marketing for direct business. Again, get good training, because what you don't want to do, whether you're working for signing companies or title companies, is you don't want to make a bunch of silly mistakes, newbie mistakes, because whether you're using a signing service or whether you have direct business, making mistakes is a great way for people to not use you anymore. So you want to make sure you're well trained and you know what you're doing. But I say, why wait to make more money? Go for it. But again, it depends on you. It depends on your personality. It depends on what you feel comfortable with. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. There's only the way that is best for you. All right, let's see. What money should we put in our business account? Should we put our payments for signings in our business account or personal? So all of your business money needs to go into your business account. So yes, any payments that you get for doing signings, you need to put into your business account. And on the flip side, any purchases that you make for your business, you need to pay out of your business account. And then extra money that you have in there, you can pay yourself with that money. And depending on your business setup, you will either do a transfer, which is just an owner's withdrawal, where you transfer that extra money from your business account to your personal account, or you will actually pay yourself. You will cut yourself a paycheck and then you deposit that paycheck into your personal account. But again, guys, talk to a tax professional. I'm not a tax professional. I don't even play one on TV. I personally hate accounting. It drives me insane. But get a tax professional. They will help you get your business accounts set up and help you get your accounting set up properly from the very beginning. And the tax professional will also tell you what you can and cannot do to maximize your savings on your taxes that you will end up paying. All right. Another question. Is it possible to make good money in an attorney state? Yes, it is absolutely possible to make good money in an attorney state. Again, just because you're in an attorney state, that does not mean that the attorney actually does the signings. That just means that an attorney has to be involved in the transaction. And what I've heard from people who are in attorney states who are successful and making good money in attorney states is they market directly to attorneys to be the signing agent for that attorney. And then when they go out to meet with a client to do the signing, they get the attorney on the phone. The attorney covers any information that the signer needs to know, covers any questions that the signer may ask, and then the signing agent completes the signing. So yes, it is still absolutely possible to make good money in an attorney state. Awesome. Do you need a DBA for an EIN? EIEIO. So that's not my area of expertise. I will say I did have a DBA before I got my EIN. It does not hurt to get a DBA. And again, that just means doing business as. It's usually something that's very inexpensive and easy for you to do. So I would suggest it. It doesn't hurt to get it. And again, even with your DBA, your business name can still be your actual name. So again, talk to a tax professional. I would suggest getting a DBA for your EIN. Awesome. Okay. In addition to the EIN, do you have to be registered with the Secretary of State in Texas to open a bank account? I don't think so. But again, I did have my DBA, which registers you with your county here in Texas, before I got my bank account. But what I would suggest you do is whatever bank you are looking at opening up your business bank account in, contact them and find out exactly what you need. All right. You've got your EIN under your name. Can you transfer it to your DBA name, or should you get a new number? So that is something, that's an IRS question. So I would say go to irs.gov, look up their information on EINs, and they should be able to tell you whether or not you'll be able to do it that way, or if you have to do a new EIN. Marissa wants to know, do I have a video on how to negotiate prices? I absolutely do, in my signing agent advanced training program. And part of the reason for that, guys, is honestly, you will only be successful at negotiating prices if you are first a good signing agent. And in my signing agent advanced training program, I walk you through what you need to know to be a very good, excellent, above average signing agent. So, again, no offense to anyone, but if you are not a good signing agent, the best negotiation skills in the world are not going to help you, because in order to be successful in a negotiation, you have to have something that the other party wants. But in my signing agent advanced training program, yes, I go over how to get direct business, and I go over how to negotiate payment. Because again, that is something that I learned the hard way. I did not know how to negotiate payment with my first direct business client. And I undercut myself by probably $75. So I worked with that company for years. I probably did about 20 signings a month for them. So you guys just do the math. 75 bucks, 20 signings a month, let's say for 5 years. That is literal thousands of dollars that I lost out on because I just did not know how to negotiate. So I had to learn through trial and error the best ways to negotiate. And yes, that is something that I teach the students in my signing agent advanced training program. So Stephanie asks, do you need extra insurance like, I don't even know how you pronounce it, Hiscox, I have no idea, or Byberg? So I actually have links in that checklist where I talk about that. For those of you who do not know, those are companies who sell errors and omissions insurance. So with pretty much every state, to become a notary public, you have to have a bond. That is insurance that covers the public. It protects the public from you. But your bond does not protect you as a notary public or as a signing agent. So errors and omissions insurance protects you. There is notary errors and omissions insurance, which protects you if you make an error as a notary public. And then there is signing agent errors and omissions insurance, which protects you if you make an error as a signing agent, something that was not related to a particular notarization. So do you need to have it? No, there is no requirement for you to have errors and omissions insurance. Whether or not you choose to get it is totally up to you. Think about it this way. If you have a car that's paid off, you are not required to get full coverage insurance. It is up to you whether you want to get full coverage insurance or not. Some people do, some people don't. So you have to make that decision as to whether or not you want to get signing agent errors and omissions insurance. All right, let's see. Are there special requirements to sign up with companies like BankServe and SnapDocs? So BankServe is a signing company, and I do believe they have certain requirements. I have no clue what those requirements are. I've honestly been on BankServe for forever. I don't even remember what their requirements are. I don't really even do signings for them anymore. I think that they allow people to apply like once a month. So I would suggest going to BankServe's website and see what requirements they state. Now, SnapDocs is not a signing company. SnapDocs is a platform that signing companies use to find signing agents. So SnapDocs does not have any requirements per se, but yes, every signing company that is on SnapDocs may have their own individual requirements. And again, it's up to every signing company to decide what they will accept and what they will not accept. So some companies do, and you just basically have to look at each individual company to determine what requirements they have to sign up with them. Okay, let's see. Miss Alicia asks, if you have loan specialist experience with loan docs already, does that help getting companies to send business your way? Of course, it helps. Being able to say, I have X amount of years experience with loan documents does help. So, guys, kind of think about this like any service provider that you would hire to come and do something for you. If you were trying to hire a plumber, to come and do some work in your home. And the plumber was like, yeah, I've never actually plumbed anything before, but I'm a plumber. But then you have another plumber who says, I've got 20 years experience as a plumber. Who are you going to pick? Okay. So absolutely being able to say that you have experience with loan documents absolutely will help you out. All right, Miss Donna. I'm starting out and having difficulty getting orders. I'm signed up with about 5 services. So, couple of things. There are literally hundreds of signing companies out there. You're signed up with 5. So it's a numbers game. You will definitely want to sign up with more signing services if you're looking at getting business that way. Again, in my checklist, there is the premium signing services list. I think it's $15, but guys, it will save you so much time trying to search all of this information down yourself. There's over 100 signing services on that list. Sign up with more signing services. That's number one. Number two, market for direct business. You're going to get better business. You're going to get higher paying business marketing for direct business. So I always tell people, and just like I told the person who asked the question earlier in this video, even if you're new, it does not hurt to market for direct business. And the other thing I will say is, in general, the beginning of the year is a slower time of year. January, February is a slower time of year. Real estate and mortgage stuff picks up in the spring and the summer. So if you are just getting started, this is just a slower time of year. Things will pick up. But those would be my suggestions for you, Miss Donna. Okay. So, Mark, let's see. Are loan signings the real money maker as a notary as opposed to general notary signings? Not necessarily. I'm going to tell you what. Again, this is a business. I'm going to keep drilling this into you guys' head. This is a business. The money maker is going to be whatever you put your time and effort into to make it successful. I know plenty of notaries public who only do general notary work and they make great money as well. I am the opposite. I only do loan signings. I very rarely do general notary work. Is it because there's anything wrong with general notary work? No. It's because I just personally prefer loan signings. And again, there's tons of other people out there who make lots of money as signing agents. So there's no right, there's no wrong. There's no one that makes more money and one that makes less money. It's just, Mark, what do you want to do? And what are you going to focus on? And what are you going to build your business on to make the money that you want to make? Okay. Let's see. Somebody on Facebook. Am I comfortable with providing examples of the differences in chargeable fees between direct business clients and signing companies? Sure. So, for example, right now, I believe the fees that a lot of signing companies are willing to pay for a regular refinance package or purchase package that's about 150 pages is ranging somewhere between $50 to $100. Most of them kind of are falling in the middle between like $75 and $90. That same business, if you were to go direct, you would probably make upwards of $150. So $150 or more. So, because again, what's happening is the title company is paying that same amount of money, whether they're hiring you directly or whether they are hiring a signing service. So if they're willing to pay $150 for a signing and they're going through a signing service, then the signing service is only going to pay you a portion of that money. Whereas if there's no signing service, you get all the money. So hopefully that helps. All right, let's see. Is there a value in marketing yourself as a niche signing agent? You're an RN and you know that there's a need in healthcare. Again, absolutely, guys, this is a business. So if that is something that you are knowledgeable in, if you know that there is a need, absolutely focus on that. Whether anybody else is doing it or not, you don't need anybody's permission to be successful in whatever area you want to be successful in. If you see a need for that, if you are knowledgeable in that, girl, you ain't got to ask my permission or nobody else's permission. Just go out and make your money. Okay. So another example is reverse mortgages. I personally don't like doing reverse mortgages. And I'm going to tell you, it's just because my patience level is low. Y'all pray for me. But my patience level is low. And reverse mortgages are signings for seniors. And you, of course, need to be patient with seniors, and they're very large packages. So I personally don't care to do a lot of reverse mortgages, but I know people who love working with seniors. They're amazing with seniors, and they focus on doing reverse mortgages, and they make tons of money pretty much only doing reverse mortgages. So yes, find your niche, find the thing that you love, and build your business and make tons of money with your business. Ms. Drea wants to know, how can you sign up for my course? So in that checklist, there is a link to my website. Like I said, I've got a few different levels that you can sign up for. It just depends on how much additional help and one-on-one time that you want from me. So just download the checklist. In that checklist, there is going to be the link for my website, and you'll be able to get information on all of my different training levels. Awesome. Let's see if there's any good. Let's see. What are my best marketing tips for going direct? Girl, you're going to have to join the Signing Agent Advanced Training Program. But I'm going to give you a hint. It is all about building relationships. People give business to people that they know and people that they like. And in my Signing Agent Advanced Training Program, I tell you how to find people that can help you get business, and I teach you how to get people that you don't even know yet, how to get those folks to like you so that they will want to send you business. Let's see. You want to know, do you charge your clients any type of sales tax? So again, guys, talk to your tax professional. This is a tax professional question to make sure that you stay out of trouble tax wise. I'm not going to advise anybody one way or the other on that. Do you need a DBA in every county that you do signings in? I don't believe so, but again, check with your state's government that handles that type of stuff, because again, every state has different laws. So I don't want to say again yes or no one way or the other, because it really depends on what your state and what your state requires. So check that out. Is this doable while working full time in another profession? It's doable, but again, you're gonna be working. You're basically gonna be working two full-time jobs if you want this to be successful. And again, guys, this is a business. You don't just get a notary stamp and then the next day hundreds of people are calling you for business. You've got to work to sign up with signing companies. You've got to work to market for direct business. So the work isn't just doing signings. At first, the work is going to be building your business. So is it doable? Yes. Is it easy? No. It's work. You're going to have to work, but can you do it? Absolutely. Let's see. How long do I recommend to be a signing agent before I decide to make it into a business? So I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. You have a signing agent business as soon as you become a signing agent. Now, how successful your business is going to be totally up to you. So I don't know, maybe you're asking how long before you go full time? How long before you quit your other job and only do signings? Nobody can answer that but you. It's going to be when you feel comfortable doing so. And I would say it's also going to depend on when you've got a little bit of money saved up. Because the signing agent business, the real estate and mortgage industry, it goes up or down. It's busy and then it's slow. So you're definitely going to want to have a little income cushion to help you when times are slow. Let's see. Another question. I'm going to try to answer as many of these questions as possible. That's why I'm going quick on it. Let's see. When looking to obtain direct business, would you approach lenders, title insurance companies, or both? Look here. You're going to approach everybody that could possibly give you business. Why limit yourself? Anybody that can give you business, approach them. Let's see. Signing agencies ask about experience when signing up. I'm new at this. Will they not send orders if you are a newbie? Every company is different. Some companies won't send you business if you're new. Other companies will send you business if you're new. It also depends on their need. If they need a signing agent and the only person that's available is a newbie that's never done a signing before, they will use you. So obviously everybody was new at some point. So yes, you can still obviously get business if you are new. And I also teach in my signing agent advanced training program things that you can do to kind of help get over that hurdle of being a newbie. Um, a Facebook user asked, what's the average price to charge for a signing? So I kind of went over it a little bit ago. It's really going to depend on whether it's through a signing service or whether it's direct business. I will say for direct business, charge as much as you can. And again, I go over that in my signing agent advanced training program. I try to charge as much as I can. And I will say this, you do not have to charge all of your clients the same amount. I work with a few different companies, and my fee level that I've negotiated with each of those companies is a little bit different. It's all about negotiating, and I say negotiate for as much money as possible. Let's see. Gigi asked, so signing companies require signing agents to have insurance. Most signing companies and even title companies will require that you have notary errors and omission insurance. Now, how much they require is going to be different. I want to say a lot with a lot of those companies, if you have 100,000 notary errors and omissions insurance, that will be sufficient. And I think here in the state of Texas, for $100,000 of notary errors and omissions insurance, it's like $75 a year. But again, every company is different. Some companies may require that you have E&O, some may not. There's no across the board requirement. It's just what every individual company wants. And then obviously, if you want to work with that particular company, then you need to have what they want. Is there a direct marketing video in my training course as well? Yes, I've got a 2-hour video on direct marketing. And then if you are in my exclusive and elite level, I also do monthly Q&As. I'm actually meeting with them in 2 hours for our monthly Q&A session. And we talk about it just about every session. So yes, there is a video on direct marketing, and I continue to go over it just about every single month. So Gigi says, in the state of North Carolina, you're not allowed to charge for travel. So again, that's for general notary work. This is not general notary work. This is signing agent work. So I personally, and again, guys, talk to your tax professional. I personally, if I was to break up my fee, I do not charge for notarizations. Like in the state of Texas, I am not required to charge for a notarization. I do not charge for notarizations. Free. I charge for all the other stuff that I do. I charge for printing documents. I charge, a fee as a signing agent. I charge for scan backs. I charge for that stuff. So you're not charging, like you would for general notary work. You are charging for signing agent work, which is different. Let's see what else we've got going on in here. And for anyone looking for the links, it is in the description box of the YouTube video. So to find the description box, look underneath the video, look underneath the title, and that is going to be the description box. You may need to click a little down arrow to open it all the way up. You may see the words see more, click on that to open it all the way up, but I promise you the links are there. All right, let's see. Heather has been a signing agent for 9 months, but you're scared to take a signing. Help. So look, here's the deal. We were all scared on our first signings, and I'm sure your fear is, I don't want to mess up. But again, it's you just got to do it. I personally hate roller coasters. I don't like that little feeling in the pit of my stomach. But if I ever decide to get on a roller coaster, I just got to do it. I just got to hop on it and do it scared. You just got to do it scared. Now, I will say, obviously, and again, first of all, make sure you have good training. I don't know what training you've had. Make sure you have good training. Again, in my training program, I do have mock videos where you can see exactly what goes on in a signing, because that's a lot of people's fear, is the fear of the unknown. I've got the mock training videos so you can see and kind of allay that fear. But at the end of the day, girl, you just got to do it. You can do it. I know you can. All right. And then let's see. As a beginner, how much do I know what I should accept at minimum? So I actually have a video here on YouTube, how to determine costs and profits. So basically what you need to do is figure out how much is it going to cost you to do a signing, because you've got paper, you've got toner, you've got time, you've got gas. How much is it going to cost you to do a signing? And then you can go from there to see how much money you want to make on a signing. So I'm honestly not sure if that video is linked in my checklist. If it is not, I will put it down after this is over, or I'll put it up on the top of the screen somewhere. And it is called How to Determine Costs and Profits. Watch that video. And then again, I also have a training module in my training program where I help my students determine, kind of go over, these are, normal fees. This is how I kind of figure out what fee is acceptable. So definitely check that out. And Miss Yolanda wants to know how much my program is. So check it out on my website, because I do have 3 different levels. The least expensive level is $199. I use PayPal for payment processing. And the great thing about that is PayPal does offer 6 months interest free. So you can use the 6 months interest free on any of my training program levels to spread that payment out and pay it off interest free. And let's see, Miss Yvette said some of the companies that she heard was helpful for newbies are Notary Go, The Closing Exchange, Coast to Coast, and Signature Closer. So I have heard that as well. So, try them out. I'm always really big on try it. Try it and see how it works for you. Let's see. Facebook user asked, so you need errors and omissions insurance and a bond? Yes and no. So the only legal requirement for notaries public is generally just your notary bond that protects the public. A lot of companies that you will want to work with, though, they will also require you to have notary errors and omissions insurance in order for them to send you business. There's no legal requirement that you have it, but some companies will require that you have it in order for them to send you business. Awesome. All right. Let's see what else we've got. I think I've caught most of them. All right, and then let's see. Someone's asking, can I tell you how to go over a certified survey map? In my training program, I sure can. So, in my signing agent advanced training program, that's pretty much what I do. I teach you guys how to describe the documents, how to go over the documents with signers, how to avoid the most common errors, how to market for direct business, how to negotiate payment. So, those are the types of things that I go over with you guys in my signing agent advanced training program. All right, guys, I think that I have hit pretty much all of the questions. But again, if you think of questions later on, or if you are watching this on the replay, feel free to put your questions down in the chat and I will respond to as many of those questions as possible. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me this afternoon. Keep your eyes open. Like I said, I'm planning to do a live video like this every month. It's probably going to be the second Saturday of every month at 2 p.m., just like this one was today. So, signing agents, was this video helpful? Did I help you to understand the process to become a notary loan signing agent? If so, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Also, do me a favor, down in the comment section, let me know what you found the most helpful about this video. And guys, if you are not already following me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and even TikTok, what y'all waiting for? Make sure that you do that today. Links to all of my socials, guys, are also down in the description box. And no matter what, guys, make sure that you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. This is Kendra with Signing Agent Basics, hoping that you have a productive and profitable day.